Welcome to this presentation on the topic of developing your godlike mindset and your godlike confidence so you can create the dating reality of your dreams. All right. So I want to start off by letting you know who this is for. All right. This is for you if you feel like your mindset is working against you instead of working for you. All right. Developing a godlike mindset is essentially developing a mindset where you become the creator of your reality. You become the cause point of your reality. You're no longer a victim. You're no longer at the mercy of whatever old subconscious program or brainwashing that has happened in your mind from your past experiences. You get beyond that, right? You reprogram your mind. You become greater than what's going on externally, right? Your inner world becomes greater than your outer world, but you create an inner world that is the world you want to create on the outside, right? Some of us, our mindset is literally designed for us to have a certain experience of life, and we don't want that experience. So we need to change our mindset, or we need to improve our mindset, develop a better mindset that's more aligned with what we want, right? Lack of enthusiasm when it comes to dating, okay? If you're not getting, the results you want in your dating life, things aren't going your way, you're not going to have that high enthusiasm to really want to get out there and make shit happen. You're not going to be excited to go out and talk to women or go on these dates if you feel like it's not working out, right? And not getting the quantity or the quality you would like in your dating or sex life, right? So maybe you may be in a position where you're not really getting any girls right now, or maybe you're getting like one girl, every blue moon or whatever the case may be, or maybe you're getting some girls, but the quality is not there, right? So you're not happy with your current dating life or sex life. You may be experiencing fear, anxiety, and doubt, which is holding you back from reaching your true potential, right? So you may have some mental and emotional blocks, right? That is holding you back from expressing yourself, your godlike self, the best version, the greatest version of yourself is not showing up because you have fear, you have anxiety, and you have doubt, which is in the way. And self sabotage may be holding you back from getting what you want in your dating or sex life. So we kind of talked about that, basically having a mindset that is not aligned with the reality you'd like to create, or the reality you'd like to live in, right? Whether you know this or not, your mind, the way you've been thinking, the way you've been acting, and the way you've been feeling has created the reality or the experiences you're having right now in your life. Okay. This is actually a foundational thing you need to understand. But the great thing about it is, if your mind created the current reality that you're in right now, that means your mind can also create a better reality or a new reality, right? If we can stop self-sabotaging and instead get our mind on our side, right? Program our mind to help us, now we can start creating our desired dating life. The things that we're dreaming about and wishing for, instead of dreaming and wishing for, we can actually start experiencing it by creating it. Okay. So where do you want to be, right? What is that ideal reality, dating reality that you'd like to live? Well, it probably consists of you developing the confidence, the mindset, and the strategy to create the dating life of your dreams. So the confidence, the mindset, and the strategy. The confidence is going to come from you having the an empowering mindset or an empowering belief that creating the reality of your dreams, the dating reality of your dreams, is possible. And the strategy will help you to have that confidence, right? If you have the mindset and the strategy that is designed to create your dating life, what's going to happen? You're going to feel confident, right? If your mindset is not helping you, if it's actually working against you and you don't have a strategy that's working, what's going to happen? You're not going to have any confidence, right? So what we want is we want that confidence, we want the right mindset, and we want the right strategy to create the dating life of your dreams. You want to feel enthusiasm and excitement because you're living your best dating life, right? You want to feel joy. You want to feel love. You want to feel freedom and excitement, to go out and meet women because you know your potential. You know there's possibility. You know that you have what it takes to create your dating life, and all you got to do is just go and make it happen, right? You become proactive, you become assertive instead of like being passive and hoping things can work out, hoping things go your way. You start making shit happen because you actually have the energy to do it. You feel good about creating. You want to increase the quantity and quality of women you are dating and having sexual relations with, right? So, maybe, like I said earlier, you might not have any women, or maybe you have one or two, or maybe the quality's not there, but you have a specific ideal in your mind, right? Like if there was no limits, you know what you want. And I'm here to tell you, you can get exactly what you want in your dating life. You can have the quantity and the quality of women that you want in your dating life and in your sex life. Eliminate the fears and mental blocks on your way to success, right? Imagine if those fears and those mental blocks that are holding you back, imagine if you could eliminate those, right? Imagine if you could remove those out the way. What would happen? You release your brakes. You accelerate towards your goals. You start smashing through the obstacles and just, start improving and progressing, at a fast speed. And that's what we want. And so in order to do so, we have to get rid of these fears. We have to move past these mental blocks. No more self-sabotage, just forward movement towards your goals. Right? Instead of going in circles and zigzagging and up and down and left and right, one step forward, two step back. No, we want to just keep moving forward toward the goal, right? If you want to be 3 dates per week, let's say, we want to efficiently move towards 3 dates per week. If you want a rotation of two women or more, we want to efficiently move towards that rotation. No more of this, I don't know what to do, or something happens and then you stop for a whole month, or no, we want to consistently move towards a goal. So now we know where you want to be. The question is, how do you get there? How do you develop that godlike mindset? How do you think like a god? How do you have that godlike confidence? And how do you create the dating reality of your dreams? Well, what is the mindset that you can develop so you can experience massive success with women? All right. This is the mindset that I tapped into. Once I tapped into this mindset, my dating life started to change. I literally became the creator of my dating life. I started creating the results I wanted in my dating life at will when I developed this mindset. And it's the failure versus success mindset. Most guys, their mindset is, I need to succeed with women. Like, I can't fail. I can't get rejected. If I fail or I get rejected, that means I suck. That means I lose. That means I'm not good enough. So what happens is they're doing everything in their power to avoid rejection and avoid failure, which means they're not taking their shots, right? They're finding excuses not to talk to the girl. They're finding excuses not to, put themselves in position to meet girls. They're finding reasons why they can't succeed. Oh, these guys are better looking than me, or oh, I'm not strong enough, or oh, I don't have enough money, or this and that and that and that and this, and you know, because they're trying to avoid rejection and failure while succeed, but it doesn't work like that. In order to succeed, you would have to face rejection and failure, because rejection and failure is literally a stepping stone to success. Each rejection and each failure gets you closer to success, right? You want to have the mindset of, I am going to do whatever it takes to be successful. I'm not going to avoid certain things and try to cherry pick my way to success, you're limiting yourself. It's like you're trying to like find that one little lucky situation to get a girl. It's like, bro, women are everywhere and you got to be open to meeting women. You got to be open to approaching women. You got to be open to potentially getting rejected or it not going your way, but there's also that potential that it will go your way. Every woman you see, there's a possibility that that woman might be into you, and there's a possibility she might not be into you. Now, if you do not talk to that woman, you will never know. You will never know. So, if that's the case, shouldn't you be talking to a lot of women so you can get past the no, so you can get to the yes? So you can get past the rejection, so you can get to the success? Yeah, that's how a god would think. A god would see the big picture. He would see, okay, there's 7 billion people in the world. Out of those 7 billion people, there has to be some girls that are into me. Come on now. Come on now. There has to be some girls out there. And the only way I'm going to get those girls is not by sitting down and waiting for them to fall in my lap. It's by me going and getting them. My dating life started to change when I took on this mentality. No longer avoiding rejection. I was tired of that shit. I was tired of waiting for girls, tired of hoping for them, tired of, no, let me go and get some women. And so I was willing to get rejected. I was willing, matter of fact, I was talking to one of my boys and he was telling me, he took his shot today. He saw some girl that he's been like, talking to at this store that he goes to. And he's been talking to her back and forth, and he just asked her out on a date. He got the vibe and he asked her out on a date, and guess what she said? She said yes. Okay. Now he didn't know she was gonna say yes, but he took the shot because he's not avoiding rejection. He's not avoiding failure. He had an urge because he's a masculine man, a healthy sexual masculine man that likes women. He saw a woman that he found attractive, and he got an urge to want to ask her out, and he went for it. And guess what? He was successful. Now, does it mean every time he's going to be successful? No, but because he's willing to take the shot, he's going to be more successful than the guy who's trying to avoid rejection and failure. So this is the mindset you want to have. You're not the guy that's trying to avoid rejection. You're not the guy that's trying to avoid failure. You're the guy who seeks it out because every rejection, every failure, it's bringing you closer to success, and it shows that you're in the game. If you take a shot and you miss the shot, that's not something for you to feel bad about. You should be happy. Like, I'm in the game. I took the shot. Now it's time for me to take another shot. And each time you take a shot, you can improve something. Like if we were talking about basketball, every time you take a shot, let's say you're missing a lot of shots. You say, okay, I need to improve my jump shot. I need to improve my form, right? I need to work on my shot. There's things the same thing with women. If you're taking a lot of shots and you're experiencing a, a ton of failure and just no success, then okay, there's some things to improve, right? And there are things you can improve. You can work on your confidence. You can work on your ability to communicate in an attractive manner. You can work on your energy, right? You can work on your style. You can work on your mindset. There's many things you can work on to improve your odds. All right. Raise your RQ. Your RQ is your rejection quotient. How much rejection can you take on your way to success? You have some guys, they get rejected one time and they're done. They go out and talk. They go out and talk to a woman, and if they get rejected one time, they're done for the rest of the month. They're not talking to another girl for the rest of the month. Whereas you have a guy like me or other men who are successful in life who can go out and get rejected 20 times in a row and still go and talk to some more girls. Right? I can get rejected 20 times in a row and still maintain a positive emotional state and continue to talk to more women. My RQ is high. My rejection quotient is high. I can take a lot of rejection. Why? Because I have the godlike perspective on things. I understand there's 7 billion people in the world. Maybe I go out one day and I happen to approach 20 women and none of those women are right for me, in that moment. But the 21st woman could be that woman that's just all over me. And it happens. I practice what I preach. I go out and approach women, so I know how the game goes. Sometimes you do get rejected. Some days you can't. It's like you can't get rejected. Sometimes you have days where you feel like you just like getting numbers left and right. Some days are like that, some days not. And it's the same thing. I like to use basketball as an example. You look at these great basketball players. Sometimes they have horrible games. Sometimes they can't make a shot to save their life. That's just part of life. But guess what? You notice the great players, even when they're missing shots, do you see them stop and say, oh, I'm missing shots, I'm not going to take any more shots? No, they keep shooting. They keep shooting because they're in the game. They play the game, right? They know that each shot that they take is a potential that it might go in. Even if you miss 10 in a row, it doesn't mean you're going to miss the 11th one. You see what I'm saying? They're in the game. They have high rejection quotients. That's what I call a rejection quotient. How much rejection can you take on your way to success? A guy with a high rejection quotient is more than likely going to be very successful in whatever he's doing. It's mainly because he's going to take a lot of shots, which means he's playing the numbers game. But also what we need to understand is every time that person gets rejected, he's going to learn different ways. Like he's going to learn different ways to calibrate his communication or whatever he's doing so he can get more yes. We're not stupid. It's not like we're going to just keep getting rejected and not do anything about it. We're going to get rejected, but we're going to learn from each rejection. Oh, maybe there's something I could change about my energy so I can get less rejection. Or maybe I could work on something in my communication. Or maybe there's something I could work on in my mannerisms, my body language, right? The way I'm looking at the girl. There's these different things that you can tweak each time. So it is a numbers game versus your game. You play the numbers game, you go, you take the shots, but while you're taking the shots, you're always improving. You're always improving your jump shot. You're always improving your form. You're always improving your approach, right? The way you communicate to women. You don't just keep. I'm not saying you just keep getting rejected and you don't do anything to improve. That's stupid. I'm saying that you taking your shots and you're improving each time. So you're gonna get to a point where not only are you hitting the quantity, but you're also hitting the quality. Like you're taking quality shots too. What's gonna happen? Success is gonna come to you in a massive wave. Mistake your way to success. Mistakes. Mistakes. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake. Sometimes you can make a mistake and end up succeeding. Have you ever been in a situation where you accidentally got a girl? It happens. Sometimes you'll approach a girl and you'll do everything wrong and still get the girl. Or sometimes you just because you put yourself in a certain position, you end up meeting a girl. There's also a lot of stories of products that have been made accidentally. Like the microwave was an accident. Tires on the cars was an accident. Kleenex was an accident. The post-it note. The post-it note was like a failed experiment on some type of glue they were trying to make, and it ended up turning into a new product called a post-it note, right? You could look up all these things. Jello was an accident. You know what I mean? And then you have the concept of a mistake. In Hollywood, you have a lot of movies that are being made in Hollywood. And we know when you watch movies and stuff, sometimes they, at the end of the movie, what do they show you? They show you bloopers. What does that show you? When the movies were created, the actors had mistakes. They would record a scene, and sometimes the actor would mess up. They would make a mistake. They would do something wrong. They do something incorrectly. But what do? They just try again until they get it right. This is the mindset you have to have when it comes to cold approach, when it comes to dating, when it comes to your sex life, whatever. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Right? You're not supposed to get everything perfectly. Even the best of the best don't get everything perfectly. I use the example of great basketball players like, I throw some names out there, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. These basketball players, sometimes they make mistakes. Sometimes they take stupid shots, right? Sometimes they miss the shot badly, air ball. Sometimes somebody dunks on them in the game. It happens. But guess what? They keep showing up, right? Sometimes they'll accidentally make a shot, right? You ever seen, there's certain shots that Kobe Bryant, if you look at his career, there's certain shots that he made that were like mistakes. Like you look at the shots like awkward and I don't even know how it went in. But because he was willing to take the shot, right? He's playing that probability. There's always gonna be a percentage of a chance that it may go in. no matter how bad the shot looks or no matter how uncalibrated it is or whatever. So you got to be willing to mistake your way to success. I was willing to mistake my way to success. I was willing to go out there and get rejected. I was willing to go out there and look stupid, but I kept refining my approach until I became more grounded as a man, more confident, better ways of articulating myself, smoother, more intuitive, like more sensitive to what's going on in the environment, more familiar and comfortable with feminine energy because I was willing to, you know, do it incorrectly until I could do it correctly. I was willing to mistake my way to success. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Okay, so reprogramming your subconscious mind is a very powerful way to basically set yourself up for success with anything, right? We're talking about women and dating here, but anything in your life, there's a certain mindset that will help you get that thing. And if you could reprogram your mind to be in alignment with getting that thing, then it's going to be a lot easier because your subconscious mind is 95% of your mind. And that's what's running most of your actions, most of your behaviors, most of your thoughts. So if you could get your subconscious mind on your side, now you have 95% of your mind on your side. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to women, there is meditations that you can do that will help you to become um, more optimistic, help you see women in a more positive way, help you to see more positive possibility in regards to women. There's meditations to help you with your emotional state to experience more elevated emotions of joy, peace, love, gratitude. These are energies that when you're carrying these energies, this is information that's going out into the universe, right? And the way you feel and the way you think, this is what creates your aura, right? And your aura is energy that's going out, but it's information, and people can actually feel your aura, right? And they're picking up on how to react or respond to you or how to communicate to you. So, for example, if I go out to, let's say I go out to the club and I decide I'm gonna approach some women in the club. If I go out to the club and I'm thinking that I'm ugly, I think that I suck, I think that I don't deserve women, then not only that, I'm feeling fearful, I'm feeling um guilty, I'm feeling shameful, I'm feeling undeserving, and I go out and I talk to women, I'm going to probably have a very horrible experience that night. Probably a lot of women are going to reject me, probably women are going to avoid me, probably I'm going to violate the environment, probably I'm going to build a reputation of the guy that people should avoid. Probably not going to go too well. Why? Because I'm putting out information and energy into the environment that is repelling people, people don't want to be around. Nobody wants to be around someone who's carrying negative energy, who has negative thoughts, because that's going to rub off on them. They don't want that, right? People go out to have a good time. So let's say instead of going out with those thoughts and those feelings, let's say I go out and I have the thought that women are beautiful and there's amazing women out there and some of them can't wait to meet me. Maybe I go out with the thought of I just want to spread love and joy. I'm not attached to the outcome, I just want to have a good time. Let's say I put out the thought of, although I'm not attached to the outcome and I'm a man of love and joy and peace, I'm also a sexual being, and if I want to have sex with a woman, that's okay, right? That's another thought. And let's say I have the feeling of love, of joy, of excitement, of you know I'm enjoying life, like a joy, a passion for life, and I feel driven. Maybe I've been, focused on my purpose as well. So I've been getting, shit done in regards to my goals and stuff. Imagine I go out with that vibe. What do you think is going to happen? I have a lot more success, right? Women are probably going to be looking at me more. They're going to be giving me choosing signals, whatever, they call it. Women are going to be smiling at me more. They're going to be more receptive to my communication, right? And these are meditations that you can do to reprogram your subconscious mind so that your subconscious mind has more empowering thoughts, right? and you can reprogram your subconscious mind to have these thoughts, and these thoughts are going to trigger certain feelings in your body, and it's going to go in a cycle, and you're just going to have this great state of being, this elevated state of being that people are going to want to be around. Women are going to respond very well to. So not only meditation is powerful, having a powerful morning routine is very powerful, because everything that you do is telling your subconscious mind how it should be programmed. So if you're doing something very consistently every single morning, it's going to program your subconscious mind. Like, for example, if you wake up every morning, you do a meditation, you write your goals down, you do some affirmations, you work out, you do your cold shower, right? I have this whole morning routine that I do every single morning, and I've shared this with you guys in some of my past videos. But basically, this is something you can do. You reprogram your subconscious mind by first consciously deciding what you want to do, and then making efforts towards doing it, and then doing it on a consistent basis until it becomes your new habit, until it becomes your new program, till it becomes your new beingness, right? So meditation and a morning routine, I found these two things are very powerful. If you combine them, you can reprogram your subconscious mind. Rejection immunity. What do I mean by rejection immunity? The fear of rejection, I believe, is one of the biggest reasons why guys are failing in their dating life, because a lot of the things guys do, it comes from a fear of rejection. Like, guys will come up with these limiting beliefs to protect themselves from getting rejected. Like, okay, most girls go for really good looking guys, so now that gives me a reason to not approach women because I'm not that good looking. Now I can avoid rejection. Or most girls go for guys who have a lot of money, so since I don't have a lot of money, that gives me a reason to not approach women, and therefore I can avoid rejection. Now, these guys who are saying this stuff, I know without a doubt that if they did not have a fear of rejection, they wouldn't be, saying bullshit like that. They would, because I mean, let's say girls go for better looking guys and they go for guys with more money and all this shit. Let's say that's true. So what? What? So am I just gonna sit back and just be a lame dude that doesn't get shit for the rest of his life? Oh, I have to just, if I'm not good looking, I got to work with something else. If I don't have a lot of money, I got to work with something else. If I don't have a lot of status, I got to work with something else. If I don't have whatever bullshit lie they told you, if you don't have it, you still got to figure out how to get some women. You deserve some women. You're a healthy sexual man. If you deprive yourself of a healthy dating life, you're going to be miserable. Period. So what I found is that if you can overcome this fear of rejection, then you're just gonna be like, well, you know what? I may not have this, I may not have that, but I still got to talk to some women. And so you're just gonna go out and talk to women, right? And what's gonna happen is you're going to see, because if you really go out there and consistently talk to women, you're gonna see that there's actually some women out there that are waiting for you, right? You get in front of the right women, they're gonna be all over you. And let's say you go out there and you're not getting the women that you want, it means you just need to improve as a man. Like, you need to level up, right? The quality of women that I got in the beginning when I just started approaching women versus now, it's a huge difference. It's not because I became more good looking. It's not because my income went up. It's not because my status went up. It's because I've improved my character. I have a more powerful character as a man. I'm more grounded in my masculinity, right? I've tapped into these different masculine archetypes and I've integrated them and brought them together. I'm grounded in that, right? I'm a better communicator. I understand female nature better. I understand how attraction works, right? I understand how to be more seductive. I understand how to be more sensitive when I'm around a woman and pay attention to what she's saying and her body language and things as such, right? I understand how to create a good vibe of good emotions, good feeling emotions. I understand how to, have a great conversation, or understand when to be quiet, when to talk, when to lead, when to chill out. I just became a greater version of myself. That's all you need to do. If you're not getting the women you want, you evolve in a different ways that you can. You have certain things that you have control over. You can improve your character. You can improve your personality, right? You can improve your style, for example, right? You can improve your tonality, your body language, your understanding of attraction and female nature. You can become a better at flirting or better at um, conversation, or there's so many things you could work on besides, the shit that they're telling you about looks and money and status and all that stuff. And I'm not even against that stuff. I actually believe you should improve everything, right? If you can increase your income, go for it. Just know it's not like women are attracted to many different things. Yes, there are some women who may go for money and may go for status and may go for those things, but there's also some women who are more deeper than that, right? They actually are looking for a certain character of a man, a certain man with a certain personality, a man with a certain vision, maybe, right? A man with a certain intelligence, a man with a certain beingness. But you have to believe, this is the key thing too. You have to believe that you deserve women. Because if you don't believe it, you won't be open to that experience. You will close yourself off. You will literally close off opportunity because you just don't believe you deserve it. So rejection immunity, how do you become immune to rejection? You face it. You face it. You can use exposure therapy, which is what I recommend. You expose yourself to small doses of potential rejection, in different ways. I started by talking to old ladies. I go up to old ladies and talk to them. You know what I mean? And I would face potential rejection. That's the thing. Rejection is not a guarantee. It's just a potential. So what you do is you face the potential, because what we're actually afraid of is when we actually get rejected, you know, it sucks. But to me, what's really what we're really afraid of is like the feeling of it. It's the feeling. You just don't like the feeling of it. So what if you kept exposing yourself to that feeling until you become desensitized to where you no longer have that extreme emotional reaction to rejection. The reason we have that extreme emotional reaction to rejection, because it doesn't feel good. We don't like it. We think it means all these things. We think it means we're not good enough. We think it means that we're ugly. We think this and that, this and that. When you get rejected a certain amount of times, but you also get some success, because I'm telling you, if you're consistently talking to women and you're applying the things that I gave you here, and also, I teach game as well. Like I teach you how to approach these women in an attractive manner, a sexy manner. So if you apply all these things that I'm teaching you, you're gonna get rejected, because that's part of the game. I get rejected, everyone gets rejected, but you're also gonna get success too, and you're gonna realize that there's gonna be yes and there's gonna be no. That's just a part of life. The same way there's gonna be up, there's gonna be down. There's gonna be right, there's gonna be left. You see what I'm saying? There's gonna be day, there's gonna be night. There's not just gonna be one thing. It's not always gonna be day. It's not always gonna. You're not always gonna go up, right? You don't always go right in life. Like, so there's different directions, different things gonna happen. So once you start to realize the truth of these things, and that's why I say think like a God, because a God has the bigger perspective. He sees the truth. He's not gonna limit himself to like a smaller view of life and keep himself in a box. He's just going to become greater than all these things. I am greater than rejection. What do I mean when I say I'm immune to rejection? I'm greater than it, right? It cannot stop me from getting what I want, right? I will overcome rejection to get what I want, no matter what. And I understand the truth of it. I understand that it's not going anywhere, but I can change the way how I see rejection and also my emotional reaction to it, right? Maybe in the beginning, when I just started approaching women, when I would get rejected, I would have this big emotional negative reaction to it, because I had the stupid perspective that if a girl rejects me, that means I suck, and that means I can't get any other women, and that means I'm not good enough and all this shit. But because I kept putting myself out there and I actually started getting some success, I started to see that, yeah, there's going to be some rejection, but there's also going to be some success. Like, and I used to compare it to basketball, because I was really into basketball, and I realized same shit. You know, yeah, you're going to take some shots, you're going to make some, but you're also going to miss some. But if you're afraid of missing the shots, then you're not going to take any shots, which means you're not going to make any either. So I just realized, oh, okay, this makes sense. So all I really need to do for as a foundation, because there's other things you need to do, of course, but as a foundation, I need to get over this fear of rejection, because that's most of the issue. The most of the issue is because I just don't want to feel the feeling of rejection, the negative feeling of rejection. But what if I could change that feeling? Like now, when I get rejected, the emotional reaction, Sometimes it's either like flatline, like neutral, like I don't feel anything because I just don't care. Or sometimes it may sting a little bit. Like if I actually really wanted to like the girl or whatever, it may sting a little bit. But it's like, let's say, there's a spectrum of your emotional reaction, and in the middle is neutral, and then to the right is like an extreme positive reaction, and to the left is extreme negative reaction. Right? If I approach a girl and I get rejected, it stays somewhere in the middle and may go slightly to the negative. Or if I'm in a really good mood and I've really did my meditation and stuff for the day, it may even go to the right in the positive. Like sometimes I'll laugh at rejection. Sometimes I think it's funny. Sometimes I think it's cool. Sometimes I get happy because I'm like, yes, I'm in the game now. Right? I got that first approach out the way. It was a rejection. Who gives a shit? We're on to the next one. You know what I mean? So you change the way you respond to rejection. You become immune to it. It no longer has power over you. All right. So that is how you get there. That is how you get to this place where you have a godlike mentality when it comes to your dating life. Like you have an understanding of how this shit works, right? Rejection and failure is part of the game, and it ain't shit. It's not going to stop you from getting what you want. Okay, you understand that you need to take your shots. You understand that you need to work on your character, your beingness. You understand that you need to become a grounded, masculine, sexy man that goes for what he wants, right? So I hope this was helpful. I hope this made sense to you. What I've done is I've also I want to give you an opportunity if you'd like to take things to the next level, if you actually like to work together, right? So we can handle these areas, so I can help you with your mindset, so I can help you raise your RQ, so I can show you how to mistake your way to success, help you reprogram your subconscious mind, put you onto the meditations and the morning routine that I'm on, show you how to become immune to rejection. I have this opportunity for you, and it is called Godlike Confidence Coaching. A Godlike Confidence Coaching program that's designed to help you overcome the fear of approaching women and reach godlike self confidence so you can build a rotation of 2 to 3 women you are seeing romantically and sexually. So, my goal is to help you create abundance with women. Now, once you have abundance with women, you can do what you want with that. Some of you are interested in just having a girlfriend, just having a girl that's just great for you and amazing, and that's it. Some of you want a rotation. Well, what I advise is you create that abundance in your life, and then you decide what you want to do from there. Don't be the guy that's just settling for the first girl that shows up and he's just going to get married to her. I don't think that's the best way to go about it. So anyway, it's an 8-week program. We do one-on-one sessions every single week. This is to make sure that you're getting the wisdom, the knowledge that you need to be successful, and also that you're being held accountable. Because one of the things I notice is you can get all the information in the world, but if you're not consistently executing on it, it doesn't matter, right? To know and not to do is not to know. All right. If you know something and you're not doing it consistently, you might as well have not even known it. Right. So my thing is I provide this coaching to make sure that you're executing on the right things so you can get the result. Like if you're not doing the right things on a consistent basis, you're not going to get the result. So, all right. So the first session is about setting the goal and getting the morning routine set up. So we get clear on what it is that you want in your dating life. Right. You may just say, you know what, Trey, I just want the exactly what you said here. I want a rotation of 2 to 3 women who I'm seeing romantically and sexually. If that's the goal, we're going to set that as a goal, and I'm going to help you put an action plan together to achieve that goal. It's going to be customized to you. You're a unique individual, right? So I'm going to help you put a customized action plan together that's going to get you that goal. I'm going to help you with your morning routine. I believe your morning routine is very important. It's going to consist of certain meditations and certain you're going to be writing your goals down, your affirmations, and there's like a specific morning routine that I do every morning. I'm going to put you on it. It's very powerful. It's going to put you in the state of mind that is necessary for you to achieve your goals. That's the first session. The second session is about rewiring your brain for success with women. This one is about, I'm going to put you onto the understanding of how meditation can help you rewire your brain for success with women. I'm going to teach you about, living in the present moment, why it's important to live in the present moment and what happens when you do that, right? I'm going to help you see a greater perspective on life about what is possible, right? You may think that you only can get a certain amount of success right now with women or whatever because of the brainwashing that's going on about looks and money and status, and those are the only things that can get you women. That's actually all bullshit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you onto the truth and show you that there is limitless possibility, but you got to know how to apply yourself in a way so you can tap into that limitless possibility. Most guys don't know how to do it, so I will show you how. That's the second session. The third session is how to become a sexy beast. So I help you unleash your sexuality. I help you own your balls. I help you get more in touch with your turn on. I help you become, just more sexual as a man, but I show you how to calibrate it so you're not awkward or violating. I show you how to overcome sexual shame, right? These are all things that I personally figured out on my own by going through my own process. And then I help you apply it to your situation, right? Session 4 is how to overcome your fears and approach women like a god. So this session basically is I'm going to help you become like a god when it comes to approaching women. I want to get you out there consistently approaching women, and I want to get you out there with the right mindset, and I want to help you overcome your fears so that you don't have these things holding you back from reaching your potential. There's a lot of amazing, beautiful women out there. There's a lot of amazing, beautiful experiences you can have with women, but it's only going to happen if you're assertive and bold enough and strong enough and confident enough to go and make it happen. You become the creator. You become the god of your life, and I show you how to do that. Session 5, how to go from survival to creation mode. I talk about how some of us are living in survival mode, some of us are living in creation mode, and I explain what survival mode is, what creation mode is, how to make the transition, and why you need to make the transition. Session 6, how to become more attractive to women by changing your brainwaves, right? So we kind of go deeper into the science of basically reprogramming your subconscious mind, but also the brainwaves. Like, how does that play into all of this? Well, you have beta brainwaves, you have alpha, you have theta, you have delta, you have gamma, right? You have these different brainwaves, and I show you how to change your brainwaves and what that does, how that actually makes you more attractive. Okay, and actually like they have this thing in the men's dating niche and the pickup industry about beta versus alpha. Well, I actually explain how I see beta and alpha, and I actually see it from the perspective of the brainwaves and how you're actually more attractive depending on what brainwave state you're in. So I break that down for you. Session 7, I go into the masculine archetypes. You have the king, the warrior, the magician, the lover. There's actually a book called King, Warrior, Magician, Lover, but I add one more archetype, which is the Joker, which was an archetype that played a huge part in me handling my dating life and also becoming grounded in my masculinity. So I show you how to unleash these archetypes: the king, the warrior, the magician, the lover, and the Joker. And I show you how to unleash them and leverage them, because these archetypes will actually make you a lot more attractive to women. What happens is you become dynamic in your expression of masculinity. You become very unique in your expression of masculinity. And so you become the type of man that's irreplaceable. You see, when you're just one static being, like if you just see yourself as, I'm just a funny guy, or I'm just a nice guy, or I'm just a whatever, you're like putting yourself in a box. What I'm going to help you do is I'm going to help you unleash a variety of expressions of masculinity. So now when you communicate to women, a woman is going to have a hard time putting you in a box. You're actually going to become like a mystery to her. She's going to have a hard time figuring you out. You become a challenge. And when you become a challenge, what happens is women start chasing and pursuing you because they're trying to figure it out. You're like a puzzle, right? That's what you want. Session 8 is graduation. Session 8 is graduation, where basically you graduate from the program, from the Godlike Confidence program. We celebrate that. We just talk about your progress, because as you're going through this process, you're going to be getting different, hitting different milestones. Like, you're going to be getting dates, you're going to be getting your first girl in your rotation, whatever the case may be. And so we're just going to celebrate your progress. And the thing is, it's not going to stop there. My goal is for you at the end of the 8 weeks to be godlike in your confidence, to have the ability to build your rotation to 2 to 3 women or even more. Have the ability to, if you want to settle down with a woman, you can do that. You're just going to have your dating life handled, right? So we're just going to celebrate that. Okay, you're going to get access to my Godlike Confidence training videos, to the Godlike Confidence Facebook group, the Masculine Mastermind, my ebooks. You're getting everything you need to be successful in your dating life, right? One-stop shop. The outcomes you can expect: the ability to confidently approach any woman, anytime, anywhere, the ability to trigger attraction in women through your energy and behavior, the ability to get at least one date per week with only 1 hour a day of effort, and the ability to build a rotation of 2 to 3 women who you are seeing romantically and sexually. All right, this is a one-on-one coaching program. We'll be working one-on-one, so you'll get to work with me directly. You will get my guidance, you will get my knowledge, you will get the accountability from me, everything you need from me, and you also get access to training videos, ebooks, all these other things to support you as well. So the investment for this opportunity is 2.5K or 3 installment payments of 1K. All right. So if you are interested, if you are ready to take your dating life to the next level or get it to that ideal dating reality where you are, approaching women with godlike confidence, where you're getting up to 3 dates per week, beautiful women, and you have a rotation of 2 women or more that you're seeing romantically and sexually, private message me. Let me know that you are interested. Let me know that you're ready to invest in yourself, and we'll go ahead and move forward on this. All right. I want to thank you for watching this. I'll see you in the next videos. Peace.